Hola, aloha, hello. What's up, you guys? Whatever your hello is, I hope that your day was all that you wanted it to be. And if it isn't so far, then make it that way. Okay, you guys, we made it. We made it through the election. Okay, we still breathing? Or did some of y'all fall out? No, we didn't fall out. And we're not going to complain because family, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, family, we discussed this to prepare and to plan and pursue. We prepared. Our family prepared for Hillary. We prepared for Donald. Absolutely. We were already prepared. No matter who won the election, we talked about it with our families. We prepared. This is going to be our strategy. If she wins, this is going to be our strategy. If he wins, no big deal. It's politics, and Democrats and Republicans, that's what their title is, politicians. We talked about power. There are people with power, money power. And I remember Donald Trump speaking about this many years ago. I had read one of his books, and he talked about the 10% of this group of people who owned all the money. And he spoke on how the gap between rich and poor was going to become huge, and that the middle class was going to shrink and eventually not exist. You either going to be rich or you either going to be poor. Now, statistically, the numbers are showing that's becoming reality, that it has some truth to that, because the 10% has shrunk. Now it's not even 10%. So you got 10% of the money power people. Does that mean I'm saying they have power over you? Learn about this. We have to stop being so fearful of money. So many of us are so fearful of money. We won't even write a monthly budget. That's a headache sometimes, but it's very, very necessary, because you can stare your situation, your financial situation, right in the face. And you know, if you have $1,500 worth of bills every month, then you know you need to exceed that amount with your income. Okay? So let's stop being scared to face our finances. You ask people, well, what are you going to do in a year? I don't know. I don't know. No. If we have this type of attitude, the 3% are always going to be a fantasy. I can never get there, because you won't even start with something as small as a budget. So we have to stop that. When I say you, I'm talking to you making this video. I'm talking to everybody who's listening and who needs this information. We have to stop that. We have to stare our finances in the face. We have to wrestle with them, negotiate them, eliminate some things, and get right down to it so that we can move forward. Wouldn't that be great to move towards the 3%? At least if we know we're moving, we're not going backwards. We're moving forward. Some of us won't be a part of the 3% in this lifetime. That's okay. But we're moving towards having the things that are important to us. So you have to pray, plan, and prepare and pursue. So we don't do the fear thing, remember? That's something that we're just not going to do. Money is paper. It's used to exchange money for an item. But listen to this, how wonderful this is. Did you know that this, you, me, we are money. We're currency. Let me say this. Now, if you're going to work every day on the bus and it takes you 2 hours to get there, and you work for somebody and they acknowledge and notice your integrity and your die hard to get for work, you're loyal, and they say, now when you get to work that day, you don't even have $2 in your pocket, but they say, you know what, I can always count on you. Even though it takes 2 hours for you to get here, I have an extra car. It's sitting in the back collecting dust. I don't want to pay the insurance on it anymore. I never use it. I gave it to my child. They got into an accident. It's not the best car, but it drives and it's reliable. And you didn't spend a dime on it. Somebody gave that to you because of your mindset. Really, this is true. And I know somebody that this has happened to. See, when you go in and you're sincere and you're authentic and you mean business about whatever you're doing, and you will take the bus for 2 hours to do it, people pick up on that. Real people pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? The realness of giving, they pick up on that. They say, you know what? I haven't seen this in a while. I appreciate this. Now I'm going to give. Because people that have a lot usually are givers. So make sure your circle is worthy of your kindness. So you never have to feel like, I do all of this. No. People are going to pick up on that, and they're going to appreciate you. And that's going to start being a trade service, a currency for you. This is real. You think that you have to have that hard dollar bill in your hand all the time? What if you did a service and somebody you don't even know paid your rent for 3 months? Wouldn't that be way more than having $60 for the day that you worked? They say, you know what? I like your style. I like your work ethics. Let me pay your rent for 2 months so you can get on your feet. This happens. This happens. So with the time that you spend worrying and being fearful about the election, we're going to start trading and bartering the things that we have, because we only use 10% of this. So it's 90% more that we could be using to learning how to generate currency. Let's forget about the paper. We think that it's a big old vault that the 3% have. That's not how this works. To some rich and successful people, they say money doesn't even exist. It's a trade. How wonderful is that? So if you can get this part and use this and use your heart, you don't need to be fearful. Get your budget going. Stop making excuses. Stop whining. Stop complaining. Take a day to cleanse. Not necessarily starting with food. Cleanse yourself. Sometimes when I'm going through a big transformation, I spend a day crying. I spend a day crying and healing myself. Whatever works for you. But the fear thing, it has to go. Now we got people, now that the election's over, oh, I'm moving. I'm moving out the country. I ain't even going to stay here no more. You haven't even been across the water in your own town that you live in. You won't even go to the other side of the town that you live in. I don't mess with the north side. I don't go over there. I don't go on the west side. I don't going to catch me over there. But you all of a sudden now you're going to go out the country. Stop it. Let's get basic. Let's get real. Let's plan, prepare, pray, and pursue and get this going. And I know people like this. I love you, but I know you. I don't go over there. Nope, I don't like the people. I don't go over there. But all of a sudden, we're going to run to a country that we've never even seen before. Now, if you have plans to go to another country, that's beautiful. If you plan for it, if you prepared for it, and you have your passport, And that's something, and you're getting your passport, and you're working on your passport. Now, don't get it twisted. You know exactly what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying today. We're not going to be running around acting silly over this election. We're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to do the things that we need to do. And we're going to pray, we're going to plan, we're going to prepare, and we're going to pursue. I love you guys, and I thank you for this 10 minutes of your time. I want for you what I want for myself, and that's all. Whatever your all is your all traveling? Is your all to be healthier? Is your all to spend more quality time with your children? Is your all to start a garden? Is your all to be married? Whatever your all is, I claim that for you. I claim it for me. I claim our all. Have a blessed, awesome evening. And I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Click down here and subscribe. And those of you guys who are too shy, you can email me. Email me at simplyopenconversations@gmail.com. And that's simplyopenconversations with an S @gmail.com. Otherwise, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Talk to you soon.